Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak part somebody's about to get grim-catted. Oh, you think you can run away? You think you can run away? Oh, okay. So, you know, come out the car, buddy. Come out the car, buddy. No, it's cool, We just got a few things to say. No need to think it's gonna get violent just because you're living in Messeldam, aka shithole capital of Calvard. That, you know, a regular traffic interaction is gonna turn to you getting fucking murked. I don't know why you think that's gonna happen. Just stay out the car, buddy. Just stay out the car. Alright, fine. Yeah, you better run. Yeah, we're playing Trails 2. It's cool. Side quests. We're side questing across the universe. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on geometry. Judith! Oh, sir, can I bother you for a second? Something wrong? Kind of. You see, we had a young man come by to check into one of our rooms a little while ago. Dad was busy at the time, so I decided to take care of it for him. Man had the stylish brown hair, and when his sunglasses dipped down a bit, I could see he had these really gorgeous green eyes. Brown hair and green eyes. There's no way it's not him. I have no clue who it is. What about the guy? He asked for a corner room, one next to a room that was already occupied. Creep. He even specified he would prefer that the neighboring room be one without any women present. Weird request. I ended up putting him in the room right next to yours. Those are some pretty specific requests. Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to avoid being seen by anyone. It struck me as a little suspicious. I thought about asking him what was going on, but I wasn't sure if I should or not. Nah, if you thought it was suspicious, there's no need to involve yourself further. Was he alone? Yeah, he's been shut up in his room ever since he arrived. Got it. Think I'll be a good neighbor and, you know, kick in the door. Some what you said has me a little concerned. Shard search! Shard search! I see you've got shards in there. I'm legally allowed to break in here. This is his room, right? It better not be a woman knocking on my door. Anybody there? I'm the guy staying in the room next door. You got a sec to talk? You said you're from next door. What can I do for you? The young lady that checked you in told us a bit about you. Said it seemed like you had something bothering you. She was pretty concerned. Now, I don't mean to meddle, but I see. I can understand why my behavior would come across as odd. I'm sorry. I'd really prefer not to bother you with the issue. Well, if you can't talk to a stranger, how about a coworker? Ah, it's a woman. I hate those. Judith! Sounds like whatever's going on is part of why you were late to filming. Oh, so it's supposed to be the original actor, I guess? That we replaced or whatever? I see. Now I understand why you're here. Let me introduce myself. My name's Ethan Smith. I'm an actor. I came to Messeldam for filming. However, as you already know, I happened to miss today's shoot. By the way, Judith mentioned you took my place during filming, and how you were somehow so much cooler than me. You know how Director Gotti is, and he makes a request, there's no getting out of it. And I wasn't so much taking your place as I was just filling in for a bit. Definitely not planning a career change anytime soon, that's for sure. So, seeing you up close, I think it's fair to say your face is far more suited to the big screen than mine. You guys look exactly the same. I mean, not like exactly the same, but like, you know what I mean. Actually, now I think about it, I read about you in a magazine article recently. You're one of the hottest upcoming stars of 1209. Maybe not too upcoming given today. Well, I don't think you disrupted the schedule as much as you think you did. Mr. Gotti said they'd only do a few partial retakes. You think so? By the way, how exactly do you three know each other? Well, okay, so, we went to the city called Basel, and then Van said some fucked up shit to Katra by accident, and then, Katra was assigned to escort us around Basel, and then it turned out that Katra's mentor was actually a crazy fucking insane person who wanted to blow up the world. And then we had to foil his plot, and then we basically just kind of like, catcher just moved in with us. It was weird. We didn't really ask him to. It's actually kind of an invasion of our privacy. And then Judith, we can't get rid of her. That's the long and the short. Because she's like a cat, and she was incredibly, unbelievably, super annoying for a very long time. But then, you know, she's better now. I guess the best way to put it is that I was one of Mr. Arkrot's former clients. And I'm one of his assistants. Putting that aside, though, why don't you tell us the reason you didn't show up today? I heard it was because you weren't feeling well, but that wasn't true, was it? Well, you see, I mean, I'm not feeling well. That wasn't a lie. Listen, I get that sometimes there are good reasons for skipping work. Like, you know, not wanting to go. But I'm gonna be real disappointed if you keep trying to hide the truth from us, especially with your acting all fidgety like that. After all said and done, we're colleagues. If you can't trust me, then what does that say about our working relationship? Also, it means you must be a shit-ass actor if you can't pretend you don't have anything wrong with you. Alright, I get it. It's just... By the way, here's my card. We do a lot of the behind-the-scenes work if you catch my drift. Dan's real proud of his cards, man. The tasteful watermark and all. Arkrot Solutions. I didn't know people like you really existed. I think I understand how you met him now. I mean, that's the short of it, but yeah. Can't go to the police or the guild, we're the guys you call. And if that's how you describe your particular problem, we might be able to help you. I guess if rumors have already spread about my absence, it's only a matter of time. Alright, I'd like you to help me drive off a stalker. A stalker? Hey, keep your voice down. She used to be just another fan. But around the time I started getting popular, she began showering me with letters and gifts. She kept sending me the numbers on the back of her credit card. Not only was she sending them to my agency, but she somehow managed to get them sent to my personal address too. Then I started feeling like I was being watched everywhere I went. Sounds like we're already outside the realm of a little celebrity crush then. Me being late today was because I was having trouble giving her the slip. Positive she followed me to Messeldam. You know, I've heard a little about the mental state of stalkers before. When facing rejection from the object of their affections, not only will most people turn inward, they'll assume they did something wrong. But with stalkers, it's the opposite. They'll get angry at the other person for not reacting the way they wanted them to. It's textbook narcissism. If she's already that far gone, maybe it would be better to get the police or the guild involved after all. I considered it, but it's not like she's tried to kill me or anything. And I don't want this to go public either. It could end up driving my fans away. But I can't afford to keep holding up production because of this. I need a way to sort this out amicably. Well, alright, there's only one solution. You gotta marry her. Sorry, that's the only amicable way to do it. You gotta take one for the team, buddy. I think the stalkers of yours might benefit from a consequence or two personally, but if that's what you want. You knew, are you gonna take this case, fan? He's asking us to do something about it. Yo, plus chaos. We love the chaos. Alright, we'll do it. Any idea what this stalker looks like? I'm not really sure. Never actually seen her up close before. All I know is that she's a woman. I assume it's because she's trying to be stealthy, but although Ethan himself hasn't seen her, it's entirely possible somebody else has. Like someone on the film crew, for instance. Should we start with him? Good idea. Let's see what they have to say. Also, before we leave, Judith, you're not the stalker, right? We just have to ask. I think the crew's doing some teardown work for the movie theater right now. By the way, has your manager tried doing anything about this? She's actually outside the inn right now trying to keep an eye out. Not that she knows what the stalker looks like either, though. Brother. I'm gonna flick your forehead if she's the fucking stalker. And I did have one other request for you. I'd like to keep this private. Don't worry about that. It's not exactly our first trip around the block. That's good to hear. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble. I really appreciate you doing this for me.
Time to go solve some problems.
It's gotta be the manager's a stalker, right? Like, that seems like... You know, it would explain how they randomly got their personal address and it knows exactly where they're going all the time. Any managers over here? Where? I don't see anybody outside. You don't like the manager.
Got a question for you.
Gotta ask you something. A suspicious looking woman, huh? Don't think I've seen anyone like that going around. Well, there's this lady right next to you. She's kind of suspicious. I was too focused on packing up. Guess I wasn't really paying attention to my surroundings either. Maybe she didn't come this way? Or maybe my assumption was off. It's alright, we couldn't be more help. You tried asking inside the movie theater? Couldn't hurt to try. Good point, I guess it's worth a shot. Thanks for your help. Filming in the winter chill is rough, but it makes for a gorgeous backdrop. That's one of the pros of filming on location. Each place and every season brings new sights to see. Get it? Sights to see? Cause there's a sea over there, and it's in the background? Good job in this afternoon shoot, by the way. You really did us a favor filling in for Ethan. Wouldn't be able to stay on schedule otherwise. I don't need no fucking stinking sensors to know where the shards are at.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
I guess we should get some money to watch a movie with just Katra.
Can I help you? Come again. Can I help you?
Because I think it'll be Fune.
Come again.
Sure is cool. And enjoy the film. Welcome.
Alright, we're watching Robin without Judith. Which makes sense. I mean, she's probably seen the movie already. And get skipped. Betrayal of a victim suffering from false accusations of people in positions of power is unfortunately very true to life. Yeah, we know, Katra, we know. Oh man, good thing. Actually, good thing I didn't buy both tickets. I wouldn't have been able to afford the brochure. Yeah, I guess we actually should, because you lose connection points, but whatever. It's for the bit. I watched each movie that was up for an award at last year's Tharbad Film Festival. There wasn't a bad one in the bunch. As a matter of fact, I marathon all the festival nominees and winners every year. Assuming nothing goes wrong, both Tharbad and Messeldam will be holding a film festival this time around. Fitting in 2 entire catalogs will be difficult, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying. Thankfully, the movies, they summarize 98% of the plot before it actually starts, so,
Got a question for you.
A suspicious-looking woman, huh? I don't believe I've seen anyone like that. Several women have come to the ticket counter. They all seem rather normal to me. And no one's been asking about somebody in the lobby or anything? I don't believe so. Actually, you're the first woman to ask that question. Maybe you're the suspicious one. They would have stood out to me otherwise. Alright, thank you. I guess you didn't come into the theater either. Looks like we still don't have any leads. I have Fio and Zeros running in reconnaissance mode, but they haven't picked up any clues. What's up, Ethan? I've got good news! My manager said you managed to get a picture of the stalker. I'll have her bring it over to you right now. I hope it helps. Sounds like just the lead we've been looking for. Yeah, she's also going to bring over her knife she's going to use to stab us. Sometime later. Hello, you're the Spriggan, right? Ethan told me all about you. I'm his manager. I really can't thank you enough for your help. Well, we got nothing to show for it yet, so you might want to save your thanks for later. Ethan said you have a picture of the stalker. Would you mind sharing it with us? I was just barely able to get a shot of her. Take a look. She seems normal. Maybe even a little uptight. It's like, it's fucking vacation lady. Or work trip lady. Doesn't really strike me as the stalker type. I didn't think so either, but appearances can always be misleading. Hee hee. There's no doubt that she's the one that's been following Ethan around. No doubt, hee hee. I'll be heading back to the inn to check on him, hee hee. Keep us informed of anything else you find. Hee hee. Of course, you always see a job through to the end. He seems to take our job pretty seriously, hee hee. I'm sure the situation must be awfully stressful, though. Anyway, looks like this picture was taken outdoors. Let's check outside the theater. All done my deliveries for the day. Oh, we actually already talked to you.
Got a question for you.
You seen this woman by any chance? Huh? You know, actually, I think I saw someone like here on my delivery route earlier. Cross paths on the stairs going down to the park nearby. The park, is it? Let's go take a look. Not totally sure it was her, though. I mean, it was pretty dark, so I had trouble making out what she was looking like. Plus, I was kind of hauling ass. No worries. You've been a big help. Thank you. Hope you find her. Or whatever. Me and that lady in the picture might have passed each other on the stairs leading down to the park nearby. It was dark, though, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Taking a walk at this time of day is a daily routine of mine. This park is part of my usual route. Still, Messeldam can be dangerous at night. Any ladies going about on their own should be especially careful. I mean, I don't know, brother. You might want to be careful, too. I mean, a gun'll get you regardless.
Let me ask you something.
Ah, the lady. Yes, I've seen her on my walks that I do. I should introduce myself. My name is Mr. Man on Walk. She was hard to miss the way she kept turning around and looking all over the place. It was like she was lost or something. You have any idea which way she went? Just down those stairs over there, into the dark and creepy alley. Was she headed for the back streets? Not really the safest place for a woman by herself. She wasn't alone, actually. There was another lady with her. Strictly speaking, it looked to me like the second lady was tailing the first one. She headed down the stairs, too. I guess Ethan's manager finally caught up with her. Thanks to the info. Yeah, and stabbed her. Let's hurry before she gets away. Ah, the cat did it. Oh, Wolf, by the way. What is it, Zeros? Wolf? Vital signs detected. Vital signs? Hey, this is the woman in the picture. Wait a minute. What gives? If she's the one we're after, then... Looks like somebody got the drop on her. Are you alright? Yeah, I think I'm starting to feel a bit more clear-headed. In order to do this while you're still recovering, we're gonna need to ask you a few questions. You're Ethan's real manager, right? Oh, that's correct. I have my business cards if you need the No, that's alright. The picture you showed us is proof enough. Okay, so that was a slight twist there. I feel like dude should recognize his own manager, but you know, whatever. What do I fucking know? But I was right, and the manager was the stalker. I mean, I guess they look, pretty similar. And they are basically the exact person. I'll give him a pass. I see now. The stalker secretly took the picture of Ethan's manager on the right, which means the girl he met in the theater lobby was the real stalker. But like, you know, still feel like you should be able to know. She originally approached me by saying she wanted to talk about Ethan. I tried to shake her off by winding through the back streets, but we got into a fight and... Bad news, I can't get in touch with Ethan. Need to hurry back to the inn. I'm coming too. Also, it's been bugging me, but what exactly are you doing here, Judith? Shut up. The group rushed back to Ethan's room, only to find it completely empty. And however, someone at the inn informed them that he had left with a well-dressed woman. Ethan. I know stalkers aren't exactly rare in our line of work, but I never expected her to go this far. We better hurry up and find them. There's no telling what she'll do next. Yeah, if we just had some kind of lead on which direction they went. What was that stain on your foot? Oh, she stomped on my foot when we were fighting earlier. Your foot? Wait, that's it. We just need to read the pattern left from the sole of her shoe. Good idea. We can use a shard search to track her. You can do that? Also, it left a stain on her foot? Footprints are very specific. They reveal a lot about a person's style, their gender, even the way they walk. Let's have Fia take a sample of that print. Sorry, it'll only take a sec. Sure, of course. Analysis complete, adding visual representation to shard search imaging. That should do it. We should be able to see where her footprints lead now. All that's left is to follow her tracks. I'll leave the rest of us. We can't risk taking you into... No, I want to go too. My agency's problems are my responsibility. Well, you got guts, that's for sure. Alright, let's go. See if we can track down your shade. In theaters now. We need to follow him. Go to Tectovision. Do a little loopy-loop. Well, I guess I don't know where they could be. Oh, my shards! Yeah, that's a big-ass fucking knife right there. Golly. I mean, really, the handle's incredibly long. Stay back! Ethan? Yeah, looks like y'all figured things out pretty quickly. Don't try and interfere. Ethan and I have something very important to discuss. Help! Look, just calm down. We can talk about this. This is exactly what I want anyone else to get involved. Look what you've done, Ethan. All I wanted was to talk things out. Just the two of us. Hey, man, there's nothing to talk about. Claim to be a fan, but then you go and do something like this. You're crazy. Ethan, wait, don't antagonize her. Look, just back away from him. We won't have to get the police involved. Our client doesn't want that anyway. Surely you're not willing to throw your life away for one man, are you? Yes, I'm insane. What do you know? I believed in him. Then he just threw me away like garbage. At least if we both die here, we'll be together for eternity, right, Ethan? Hell no, lady. Murder's bad. I'm pretty sure Adios would be like, nah, at least quarantine us up in heaven, even if you do get forgiven because of eternal salvation and all that. Hey! Threw you away? Wait a minute, wasn't she just a fan? Don't listen to her. She's completely flipped the lid. Just hurry up and get me out of here. Actually, I think we should hear what else she has to say. You may have made the request, but I'm the one who gets to decide how it's carried out. I was a fan at the start anyway. Then he seemed to shine so brightly I ended up falling for him, and then I wanted more. So I sent my contact info on one of my fan letters. I even tried to get his attention at one of the events he was at. And he finally started to recognize me. We even had dinner together one time. Alright, you're still fucking insane. So far, this is not making you look any better. Stop, please stop talking. Ethan told me he loved me, so he told me I was important to him. Hear him say those words, it made me feel so warm inside. Eventually he didn't want to see me anymore. He wouldn't even answer my calls. Hey, that's not what happened. None of that ever happened. And frankly, even if it did, you still don't get to stab him. I don't even remember your name. I mean, I didn't mean it like that. So what did you mean, Ethan? You took advantage of a fan? I mean, yeah, but that's... We're victim blaming right here. I mean, isn't she partially to blame too? If I mean, regardless, she doesn't get to stab him. I think we can agree on that point. But like, Kim being a dick, that's something you should have picked up on. You know? Like, you're completely justified in thinking he's a piece of shit. Sure. But you can't be that hurt, realistically. It's a lot different from what you told us at the start. And once again, you still don't get to stab him, or stalk him, or anything like that. And so what if I did? I'm a young single guy. Why shouldn't I be allowed to have some fun once in a while? Ever since I got popular, I've been so busy all the time, I just wanted someone to take my mind off work for a while. And you got to play romance with a celebrity. Don't like you didn't get everything out of this. I can't believe you. And you're ready to commit murder over this dumpster fire? That's ridiculous. I mean, that's really what pisses me off. Is that, you know, dude's a piece of shit. Alright, fucking newsflash. He's a young actor. They're all pieces of shit. Well, you know, relatively speaking. You don't want to keep letting this guy hurt you any more than he already has. Just put the knife down. I can't. Don't you see I've done so much for him? There's no going back. What have you done? You had dinner one time, and this Freakos like, I love you. You should have been like, I got bad vibes. This dude's kind of clingy. I don't want anything to do with him. He's kind of like a stalker. Stop. Don't come any closer. How should we deal with this? Catch her off guard, suggest you leak her story, let fate decide? Kind of a let fate decide kind of motherfucker? What would suggest she leak her story? I mean, that would probably do the most, because we're not gonna let her stab this guy. But in theory, I mean, granted, the problem is that like you could leak the story and realistically it wouldn't affect anything. Because people would still either A, not really care, or B, you know, psyop themselves into thinking like, yeah, he's like a dick to most women, but I'm special. Right? He actually meant it when he said it to me. Or not care, because frankly, you know, if you just want to have a casual fling with somebody famous, there's nothing wrong with that. Or even if, you know, anyone in general. I mean, the misleading part of like saying, oh, you know, I love you or whatever, that's scummy, but I don't know, fucking blast his ass. I got a proposal for you. This memory quartz here contains a recording of our entire conversation. Think of it as a trump card that could deal a severe blow to this guy's career. But like, it probably really wouldn't. And by probably, it would have a negative impact. It wouldn't have any impact, but I guess if we pretend we're in an ideal fantasy world, it could be like, oh man, now nobody wants to go out with him because they know he's a piece of shit. I'll go ahead and hand it over to you. Only on the condition that you leave him alone. Huh? What? When did you have time to prep that? I also happen to know the editor-in-chief over at Meld magazine. They're a pretty famous tabloid. I could introduce you to him if you'd like. You're encouraging her to leak this to the press? I'm the one that hired you. How could you betray me like this? You asked us to get rid of your stalker problem. Sounds to me like we're still in line with our agreement, don't you think? How could you be so cruel? Don't. I'll admit, okay, I screwed up. Is it mirror you after? I'll give you however much you want. I'll take the quartz. No! This can't be happening. Do something. I'll be ruined. But like, will you be ruined? Because it's not even like, you know, there's like an abuse allegation. I mean, there's like slight emotional abuse, I guess. But based on the way she told the story, if you go to dinner one time and the dude's like, I love you, that should be some fucking red flags that you're being manipulated. I mean, we're victim blaming, I guess, but you brought all this on yourself. You're gonna have to crawl your way back to the top. I suppose the agency and I'll do our best to support you. See, there's no lasting consequences. Even his manager's like, doesn't care. I can't ignore the truth of what you've done. I suggest you think long and hard about your mistakes. Are you sure? Yes, I want you to hold on to it. I'm ready to wash my hands of this mess. Doesn't feel right. Please, if there's anything I can do to compensate you for the trouble. It's okay. I really don't need anything. Besides, I don't think we'll ever meet again. I'll be heading back home in the morning. So long. I mean, you did still commit, like, an assault on this lady. You put her in the fucking dumpster. What if she couldn't get... She could have died in there, man. That memory quartz is a spare, by the way. Feel free to do what you want with it. Thank you for saving Ethan. Like, I don't know. I guess I would have more sympathy for the stalker lady if it had been, like, she posted the 4SPG and she's like, this actor's a piece of shit who misled me. I want to ruin his reputation. I think in that case, I would be more like, okay, that seems like a fair response. Now, you know, attacking the manager and then trying to murder the guy, maybe a little too much. Though it's harder for me to have sympathy because she just comes across as like batshit insane. I'm making sure he gets punished appropriately by the agency. Even if this didn't get leaked to the press, what he did was still a breach of contract. Is it? What kind of contract do you fucking make him sign? Sounds like he's gonna have a rough time of it then. Like, I can't think of what because I doubt there's no you can't be in a relationship with a fan clause. That seems really hard to enforce, first of all. I don't think he's gonna have a rough time of it then. Anyway, I should be going now. I need to pick him up and head back to the hotel. I guess Ethan's probably still thinking she's actually gonna leak the story, huh? I said we let him simmer in fear for a little while longer and serve him right. We didn't really do anything to him. Now, you know, I'm not gonna say he did nothing wrong, but I don't hear any objections from me.
That's all, folks.
I guess it's just, you know,
Reward deposited.
I just operate under the assumption that anybody famous is a bad person by default. So when that stuff comes out, I'm just like, well, not surprised. You know, it's at best you just assume a neutral of like, they seem fine. I haven't heard anything bad about them until you hear something bad about them. I don't know. I mean, that was kind of... I enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed the little choices, even though they don't matter or anything, but they're kind of... Especially in, like, a Let's Play format where I feel like I had to, like, explain myself a bit more, as opposed to would have just been like, you know, you're playing this in your old time, you say, I don't know, triangle. I feel like I have to kind of go over the, like, treat it a bit more seriously in a somewhat comedic way.
Gotta have the mirror if you want the good stuff.
So that's what you're into, isn't it? You've got my attention. What do you say we chat each other up a little longer? I promise your pocket won't regret it. Actually, I think my pocket will regret it. Well, I don't know. I mean,
Wanna have a little fun?
if you enjoy it, I guess it's not regretting it. The question is just, you know, the enjoyment to cost ratio. I closed some pretty good deals today, about 5,000 mirrors worth altogether. These lemon flavored uppers have been making me a killing lately. Pretty cool bird. Yeah, when the sun goes down, the real fun begins. Beneath the skin of every human being is a beast waiting to cut loose. Rationality and moderation ain't worth a tinker's damn. So come on, don't be shy. Just follow me and I'll hook you up with one of the best dives in town. I love bricks. The way they're so brick red colored. And the gaps between them. Everything's going dark. It's the end of the world. I What's that smell? Don't ask me. Somebody else must have farted. Ah, forget it. It's chow time. Bring me your finest garbage, stat. That's what you sound like sometimes, Van. Oh, look here, one hand, a pretty girl on the other. Perfect recipe for a good time. For us sailors, dry land's like an oasis in a desert. That's why you gotta go overboard. Can't do well that way out at sea. Alright, it's time to buck up for tomorrow. Gonna work hard in the day so I can play hard at night. Okay, actually, let's I need to pause for a second. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Were we actually supposed to be? Oh, you were supposed to head to Zect Arms? Yeah, we're not doing that. What up, Nate Dog? That takes care of my daily report and had to wait for the local law enforcement to get in touch. What is it, Spriggan? Here to exchange intel? I got some intel for you. I don't like you. Sorry to get your hopes up, but nah. I was thinking about how rare it is to see you taking your work so seriously. Hey, I know a backhanded compliment when I hear one. This job is given to me personally by Inspector Daswani. I got no choice to buckle down. Besides, this is still part of the Almada case, even if we're just sorting out the odds and ends. What do you know? He's finally starting to look and sound like an actual detective. Wipe that smarmy look off your face. And be sure to let us know if you learn anything new. Got it? Here's something new for you. I still don't like you. This is an important case they're trusting me with, so I plan on seeing it through as best I can. Got me busier than ever, though. Well, with all the people clamoring for my help these days, they're always like, Detective Nate, I love you. Detective Nate, let's get married. Detective Nate, here's the numbers of my credit card. Detective Nate, you know, the usual. If this keeps up, I won't be able to take my girl out for another date for who knows how long.
Why, hello there.
Messeldam nights were a fearful time until only recently. You'd often see mafia thugs running to and fro through the window. These days there's a lot less trouble, save for over in the back streets. Now we'll even get some tourists in our shop after dark. Really puts a smile on my face to have more people enjoying the city I call home. Joke's on you, we're actually mafia members. Hand over the register.
Let me know if you need anything at all.
You sell, courier bombs yet? No? Alright, fuck me. Dumplings. Dumplings. Need a regular bait. Dumplings? That's kind of expensive for some damn old dumplings.
Please, come back anytime.
Well,
Plus, I don't know if I want to give the fish my dumplings. I want the dumplings. Did some research about Messeldam's waters for making this trip. Apparently they're very wet. The actual fishing part was rough going. It took practically the entire day to land the catch we were aiming for. I figure we can learn a lot more by seeing what kind of equipment they sell locally. Gonna buy something here and try out a new fishing method tomorrow.
The ocean seems kind of eerie at night, don't you think?
probably was much worse when
Let's
Almada
go.
was still kicking.
We already do this one.
Let's see how I do.
Yeah, we have. What about over here? Fake Shino says what? You know what would really warm you up on this chilly evening? A few bowls of our seafood soup. Fish and shellfish have a lot of nutrition in them, so it'll do wonders for your health too.
What can I get for you?
Fish chowder. Full of fishy deliciousness.
Thanks for
Damn true,
shopping.
partner. Damn true. Got any fish? Oh, there actually is a fish over there. Oh, it's you. Were you here earlier? May have been, I just didn't see you. We did not come over here. I plan on taking a cargo ship across the northern sea to North Ambria tomorrow morning. 'Cause I did think when they were talking about the antique dealer it was going to be this guy. Though the nation has endured much tragedy, it was still one of the heartlands of northern culture. My gut says I'll be able to unearth some lucky finds that may have been forgotten in the chaos. Still something to be said about feeling the local winds when you're out traveling. Night air we're experiencing is a mix of the ocean breeze and the Mistral coming down from the northern nations. Oh man, Mistral, love that boss fight. Basking in them as I ponder my next destination is a deeply moving experience, I find.
No need to be shy now.
Ooh. Definitely worth trading in at least one of them. Could make a U material plus for whatever that's for. Nobody knows. Nobody's been able to figure out why they exist.
Haha, come again. What would you like? Haha, come again.
Oh yeah, fish.
Seems like a good fishing spot. Let's see how I do.
Ah, we've already got this shit, Catra. You baiter, you. Supposed to be baiting the fish, not me. I don't seem interested in making a pass at that young actress there, so I'll let you stay. What? You wouldn't believe the kind of riffraff we give whenever a celebrity comes in for a bath. Oh, there's Nina's here. I thought we were talking about Judith. I got plenty of practice shooing him out of the door, though, every time Dominique stopped by in her heyday. Messeldam may look out of sorts now, but the arts have flourished here for as long as I can remember. Back in the day, Dominique Lannister would even put on a concert in the city's theater every so often, and each time she would stop by to relax in our bathhouse. We've been friends ever since. What up, girlie? Still plotting the destruction of the world? Oh, hello there, everyone. Did we all decide to take a bath at the same time? Hee hee. We'll see how we're feeling first. You're here to relax after a hard day of work, I'm guessing? Getting some proper rest is a must after how grueling today's shoot was. I mean, not to be a hater, but Nina basically just stood there. I mean, Judith was at least doing some stunts. I'll give her that. From what I saw, Nina was standing there. Either tied up or just standing there. Maybe you and me can head out together if the timing works out. A hee-hee? Oh, she's hee-heeing, by the way. Speaking of which, I was thinking of giving northern-style bathing a try since they have the genuine lowlies here. But embarrassingly enough, I don't actually know very much about it. I think you just kind of go in there and sit. Admitting that's the right attitude to have as a beginner. First off, you can't forget to whisk yourself with a vita. It's what they call a bundle of leafy branches tied together to make a... There he goes. Fan never changes, does he? Well, Nina seems to be getting a kick out of it, so I guess we can give him this one. See? Nina? She knows. Sometimes you gotta let the person gush about their weird obsession. Thank you for the lesson, Van. I'll be sure to try that new bathing method when I go in. By the way, Judith, apparently the woman at the counter is an old friend of your grandmother. She didn't give me a lot of special treatment thanks to that. Maybe I didn't need this disguise after all. Also, Judith, when are we meeting your mom? Asking for a friend.
Nothing beats a
Skip.
That really hit the spot.
Come see us again.
Alright, let's, guess we'll go, well, no, we still got the club. Autoswell Bub and all that. We'll go pop over there. Hop over there. Woof woof.
Gotta have the mirror if you want.
Hey, big boy.
Nope. Nope, no fun.
It's certainly lively in here.
Yeah, but none of there's only
Places like these really get going at nighttime.
2 people ordering
Probably
drinks.
best that we grab what info we can and go.
I mean, at least we got the certified bop going on. Make yourselves comfortable. There's no better night for it after all. Incidentally, I don't suppose you've been facing any troubles in your line of work. I don't mean to pry. Offering business advice to others simply happens to be a pursuit of mine. I find the many different ways people make mirror to be quite fascinating, you see. So let me know if you ever need a willing ear. Now this is a piping hot combination. You know your stuff, Dominique. As those ever any doubt. You know, cite yourself, the director. It takes a keen mind to visualize an idea right after hearing it. Well, look, you came to pay us a visit. You do sound like you're talking up a storm here, having a little chat about show business. That we are, Van. You see, I've been racking my brain for ways to push the alluring combo of Eros and Savagery to even greater extremes. When I brought it to Dominique, she pointed out a blind spot that has slipped me by entirely. That's saying a lot coming from you. Let me guess. Did Grammy advise you to mix in some audio magic? No, she said we're making a mistake by still wearing clothes. You're spot on. Director Gotti here is second to none when it comes to exhilarating staging. As for sound design in particular, making the most of the movie's score, he's no match for me. I'll say, never occurred to me to accompany a scene with thrilling with a sorrowful bolero. Without any sound effects at that. I have to admit I wasn't all that convinced at first. But once I closed my eyes and played the scene out in my mind, I saw it. The elevated sensation and immersion, the pathos bubbling over. What else do you expect from the legendary Chansonnier? Sure enough, in all the events and plays Grammy made hits out of, the music always played a major role. Subverting musical expectations is something a lot of productions have used to transform themselves. Audio usage aside, however, it's how you blend all the elements together into a cohesive movie director. At the very least, whatever you put together had better live up to the number I picked out. Say no more, Dominique. Your song of choice will be woven into Salvatore Gotti's greatest, most cathartic show of Eros yet. The world is right to call Dominique a legend. She went up me good there. Not to mention her definition of entertainment slots in seamlessly with mine. Tonight we're gonna while the hours away by sharing as many industry secrets as my heart can handle. Director Gotti here's a more engaging fellow than most. There are a few men who can talk on my level when it comes to entertainment. Been a while since I had somebody worth drinking the night away with. This might be the one. The owner seems as unperturbed as ever. No matter, my duties as a hired hand are to be performed without complaint. That much will never change. Well, can't help but wonder how the owner managed to slip out of the police's crosshairs. It isn't something to be proud of, but one has to admire the extent to which he's taken things.
May I help you? Thank you.
Yeah! Shake it, baby!
He's not really shaking right now. Miss Kakono, are you sure this is really the place to be gathering material? The way I recall it, Akira and the rest of the main characters were all underage. Well, that's never stopped them before. They are, but I want to find a nice spot to relax. For me. Anyhow, this club is the real deal, huh? Just look at how raunchy that girl's on the stage. But stop leering at the dancers, Miss Kakono. You're embarrassing me. So Cronin doesn't go to places like these? Not that I care one way or another. Oh no, she's never going to leave the strip club now.
Indeed.
The hedonism, the degeneracy. Hey, chill out, man. We're all consenting adults here, plus Katra. I need to stay strong. For Miss Kakonis' artistry, I'll wade through hell and high water. Yeah, I don't think I can relax here. It just isn't the same as how I pictured. Not to say it doesn't pique my interest, but what I need is someplace cozy and comfortable. I'm on top of the world tonight. Woo, no, the club out there gets me worked up the way this one does. Yeah, my wife would divorce me with a snap if she caught wind of this. Good thing I don't plan on getting caught. Alright. Bit of a self-report there. See, now you ruined the innocent fun. It went from being like, you know, let dudes enjoy things to, alright, maybe he's a piece of shit. I got a letter in the beginning of January from someone who helped me out in the past. It really took me back. Name is Mistress. It sounds like she's doing well for herself despite everything going down at the capital. Hard to believe that 8 whole years have passed since you left this place. Mistress, the Blacklight District's charming lady of the night. Supposedly the owner here had some kind of dirt on her. Must have been a big deal around here if the girl still looks up to her after all this time. Mistress was the top earner of this club until 8 years ago. A lot of us girls adored her like a queen. If it wasn't for her, I'd never gone from a life at rock bottom to finding a steady job at this club. But not even she was able to stand up against the owner. He made sure of that. Well, I mean, once again, I'm being a hater, but if you adored her so much, couldn't you at least work at a different club? I wouldn't want to work at the club working for the guy who I know exploited a lady I look up to. And presumably, there are a lot of clubs in the city. I mean, I know there's only the one in-game, but, you know, that's, you have to consider that an abstraction, right? But alright, I guess we'll go ahead and call it, because I don't really have time to start the side quest. And I guess it's a real quest, even though we already did. Because usually it's like a monster quest and then one real quest, but there's nowhere to really fight monsters right now, so... I'm guessing it's going to be a quest of some story and stuff, so... We will save that for next time. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.